Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play one and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it up.
And they will score. Pick six for the Bears. Touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Off play action, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, Fields. And that one's touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The Bears at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Johnson. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you look at this Bronco defense,
and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Easy. One strike.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Edwards coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Wilson's throw here taken in by Isabella. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson changing the play. They'll run right side with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. A run with Mostert up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Wilson on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and the Broncos are going to have it first and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Caught right side. It's Lewis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 7.
West, right, zip. Hey, can. EQ.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
From the gun, here's Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Good.
Now Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they start the 2nd half with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Fields.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Baron Browning
Buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fields on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Here we go.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own
35-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They run the option on second down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Wilson on second down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
One cleft. Hey, 0. Tempo.
Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 88 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means it really counts.
Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, right side. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point safely through, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here we go.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Johnson on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones.
So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.